Hi, my name is Carmen Quednow, and I am here to help analyze and interpret some of the perceptual elements that will identify some of the visual messages that the group of folks are trying to convey in their billboard. And the message is neighborhood safety. And prior to this, it identified neighborhood as one particular location. But neighborhood is often defined differently for other people. And our two examples that we will identify are the difference between a city and urban. So you will see in this picture, this is a city neighborhood. What you see are there's a younger crowd. The children are playing. Their faces are happy. The people around look happy, they look safe, they look content. There's varying ages. This will help emotionally engage people who have grew up in the city. If you have a billboard with this type of picture on this billboard, it shows these children having fun, and it gives the viewer an opportunity to have an emotional response that they can relate to, and hopefully with positive memories. If I grew up in a country setting, this would not be as appealing to me. If I grew up, like I said, in an urban situation, I'm more familiar with it, so it kind of ignites my emotional response. My personal experience growing up in this area makes this picture more engaging to me. Both the urban and the city have the same goals in mind. Both of my pictures will make the children look happy. They make the people look happy. This obviously is a street. Here's the other picture that I've chosen. And again, this particular billboard would show a park-like setting. A little bit different than a city, but again, a different viewer is going to be looking at this. Somebody that can relate, somebody that has memories of this type of setting. More of a suburban or a rural area perhaps, but again, there's children in there, park, they're playing, there's flowers, people can relate to that. They have memories of a safe environment. There's trees, there's grass. And again, it evokes an emotional response, but for a different crowd. So this is another potential billboard, but again, with a totally different setting, a totally different emotional engagement, depending on the audience. Again, though, we are still trying to engage people that can relate to this. This has a sense of safety as well. Again, the children look happy. There's different swings in there. There's different toys in there, and that kind of brings us into discussing some of the codes that were used to invoke some of these emotional response, and the semiotic codes that have been used in here, which play a vital role in using these billboards because they help our customer identify, our consumer identify with some of the things going on. So in this particular picture, the metonymic code used would be the kids. They appear to be happy. They're running. You take the kids, you take running, you take smiling, and it provokes happiness, right? You associate happiness with it. This is a collection of the signs that cause the viewer to make assumptions about what's being seen. Another code that's being used here is that the toys, the actual park objects that are in there, if you take that makes fun. And I think that's kind of a displaced meaning. Even though you look at it, it's bright colors, they look safe. But if you take that together with the setting, it's, in my opinion, somewhat displaced. It kind of takes that set of objects and Tells us that toys make fun. They create fun, and that can be used in any culture. So just another example of codes. So things that that viewers see that make comparison, I would say that it's somewhat of a sunny day, it's a lot of greenery. That is an analogical type of a code. The viewer sees that and kind of can make comparisons and maybe remember back to a time where they were at a park on a sunny day with their family where there's flowers. So just a few examples of what codes and how they can be used in a billboard setting. And again, and we're going to go back to the setting. And again, same type of situation. So again, we have identified cultural and familiarity either from an urban or a suburban or city. How it cognitively pulls the audience in and emotionally engages them depending on what their background is and what they perceive as a setting for happiness and safety. Both settings are portraying the same thing, but to the viewer, you would want to use one picture or the other depending on the type of viewer that you're looking for. The body language, again, is all being used both conveying the same message, happiness, safety. Location is just different, but again, it just depends on what particular audience, what location you're looking to draw in. So I think this pretty much covers it. And again, we have really focused on memory and emotional response and how to engage the viewer and present that viewer with a sense of safety in these billboards. All right, thank you.